And he's like, oh, cuz you should rap. And I'm like, no, it's not for me. But we would do the hooks and stuff like that. And
you couldn't see yourself F&F?
No.
So I don't be messed up off nothing, cause I be me.
I know that you been going through some things, and I know that you want perceive the pain, and I know that you didn't head up the hill. Hating that nigga that's in the mirror. Loving a bitch but can't love yourself. So how the fuck you loving someone else? Every other day feel like it's raining. Life is hard and I know sometimes it be draining. Life is hard and I know sometimes it be crazy. I know.
Yo.
Yo.
All right, this Harden's podcast. Blah, blah, blah. I gotta turn it up a little bit more. This is 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I like this song. This is my favorite song that you showed me. This is my favorite one. I swear.
It's one of my favorites.
Like, everything about it. Like, whenever it come in, I don't even want to disrespect it. There you go. You see, yeah, I try to put my little. Oh my. So right now I'm in here, Torrance V1s. I got the lovely and always stunning Yana, because the E is the A. It don't get This whole thing almost got turned upside down, but we got everything together. We got the green screen right. We got the production lights, camera straight. The sound is cool. Man. Face in a mattress? That's the type of ass be giving off in 2022?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Face in the mattress. I love that song.
Do you?
Yeah. Like, and we was going back and forth before, like, the interview process and everything. And I'm like, yo, like, I hate having conversations with people before because I'm like, I got to tell you how good this song is. Like, every song you sent me was like, yo, this is super professional. It sounded like you got it mixed in like the best studio with the best equipment with the best everything, but it's probably just you.
Nah, Sean Canister, he's a beast.
Sean Canister?
He makes me sound really good. So.
Hey, I'm gonna have to tap into Sean Canister because
down at ID Labs.
ID Labs, I bet. Hey, Sean, I be singing too. Now I mean, how did I get up here? All right, don't have me up. All right, I'll be the next one. But nah, I enjoyed that song so much, and there was another one I enjoyed. It was Spend the Night, but we're going to get into that a little bit later.
Okay.
Right now, I got to ask you a question, and depending on how you answer this question is how this whole interview is going to start.
All right.
So, when is like the very first moment you realized you could sing, or other people realized you could sing, and they said, oh, girl, you better sing for your auntie or sing for your...
I always used to do... Like, I would just sing in front of everybody whenever we would have family gatherings and stuff like that. So, I guess I was probably, like, 7. But, like, I didn't really start singing. So, I was, like, 12, 13.
All right.
Yeah.
So, we're going to go back to 7.
Okay.
So, at 7 years old, you're like, everybody can't sing. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I could sing. Mm-hmm. My mom definitely, she let me know early, like, nigga, you ain't no Michael Jackson. But, like, being able to sing, people having trust to say, like, no, like, this is my girl. Like, she could sing in front of anybody if you really wanted to. Like, How was that feeling on the inside? Just like, is it pressure to always have like your vocals right, just in case your mom be like, "Hey, baby girl, you better come downstairs. Your auntie said she want to hear you."
I mean, I don't remember everything, but I was more like, it wasn't like a nervous thing until I got older and more conscious about it. But when I was like younger, you know, my dad, he used to come around with the camcorder.
The old school joint.
I'd be dancing, singing. I was not a dancer, but I used to dance and sing. He had all these videos. I can't find them. But when I got older, like, you couldn't ask me to sing in front of people.
You're just like, yeah, it's not the same.
I did a talent show once. I was like, no, it's just too much.
Most embarrassing moment? Well, for me, there was a talent show coming up. And I swear to goodness, I knew that at 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top cruising the street. Oh, yeah. I had a real pretty little thing just waiting for me, but it never happened. But that's because my mom kept it real with me.
She told you?
Man, she told me.
Was you tone deaf?
Yeah.
I was tone deaf.
For real? Mm-hmm. How the hell would you tone deaf?
I was tone deaf. My mom, she always tells me this story about how I used to sing happy birthday to people, like, for their birthday. Man. And it was like the saddest thing ever. She was like, it was monotone. She was like, it was so dry and depressing.
Oh man, that's messed up.
So,
hey, mama, we made it. Mama be here.
She'd be proud. Yeah, be proud.
Nah, so like, I told my mom, like, this is the song I wanted to sing. I'm like, all right, I got the tape. Everything's already. I mean, it's down. I know the words. I know everything. I got the dance step and everything. I'm thinking I'm Usher on the love. And I was like, Ma, I want to do this talent show. She was like, baby. I said, yes, ma'am. It ain't for you. I was like, haters gonna hate, but it definitely hurt me. It hurt me to the core.
So you got some lessons.
My mom wasn't paying for no lessons, but no. So then another time came up. I thought I was Michael Jackson. My brother told me, "Nigga, you can't sing, you can't dance." That was almost a whole fight. I'm like, man, y'all gonna put some respect on my name, but I ain't got the talent, but you do. And why did you take so long to let everybody, like, you know, it's only a blessing if you're able to bless everybody else with it.
You're right. I used to make music, like, when I was a teenager. And I would go to the studio, I would record, and I would always be with my cousins and we would record all the time. So I had, like, singles and stuff. I did, like, a couple performances. But I took some time off because I was going to school for fashion. So I was, like, focused on that. And then I just stopped writing. I just took a break. And then, you know, 2020, everybody was home. Like, we was just stuck in the house, not able to do anything. And I just, you know, found some beats and I was like, all right, I'm gonna write. And then I started writing again. And I was like, I should record this. Yeah. Not waste it. And then
she said, I was like, to the mic.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
You good.
I was like, I should record. And so I did. And then I went to the studio and I actually enjoyed it. It was like a lot of therapy. Yeah. Especially being stuck like that. Because that time had people depressed. Like,
yeah, it was a super bad time.
So it helped me. And then I released some singles and, you know, just kept it going.
And now we here. Yeah. So, like you said you started whenever you was a teenager. Mm-hmm. And that's whenever you said, like, I started singing at 7, but you actually started singing at 12 or 13, mm-hmm. whatever a teenager is. But was they treating you like the cousin that could sing? So they like, look, I got this rap song, but I need a singer real quick. So let me just use you real quick. Like, you don't even got to put your name on it. You could just be the singer on my song. Because whoever had you was a cheat code.
Well, actually, I used to do hooks for my cousin a lot of times. So he's a rapper.
Yeah, I was that nigga too. We used to
do hooks all the time. We'd do them. And he actually wanted me to be a rapper.
For real? No. On Spinning Night, you definitely had...
That's where I used to be able to write. Like, I could write raps, but it wasn't my calling.
Yeah.
But... yeah, like, I would come out with some stuff like freestyling and we'd be playing around, but it would actually be good. Yeah. And he's like, oh, cuz you should rap. And I'm like, no, it's not for me. But we would do the hooks and stuff like that. And
you couldn't see yourself F&F?
No,
So I don't be messed up off nothing, cause I be.
No, like it's cool. Like I like how on Spend the Night I switched it up a little bit and kind of brought that back. But I like vocals.
So this is like the $1 million question, because I know a lot of people who could sing, they aren't blessed with that gift of pen. You be writing all your stuff yourself?
Yes. Everything you've heard, I've written.
Yo, like, you're a great writer. Like, you're a very, 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 very good writer. Like, you tell a story. Like, everything about it. Like, I'm listening to the music. I'm like, could you send it all to me? I'm like, I bet I'm going to get to it right now. So I start listening. I'm like, oh, hold on. Let me stop what I'm doing. Because, like, usually I'll listen to people's stuff where I'm like, I'll be cleaning up or I'll be working out or something. I'm like, nah, hold on. Let me stop. Because, like, everything was just, like, a really, really good story that I wanted to just indulge in. So whenever I start listening to the music, I'm like, she can't be writing this by herself. Like, there got to be an extra pen in the room. And there's nothing wrong with having an extra pen in the room, especially, but like R&B and I mean, that genre of music, because Beyonce got writers. Like, everybody got writers, but to know that you got a pen like that, like, you're like, whew. But what you could do is limitless in, like, music. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to just be like the star. You could be like the writer, but I feel like you got the total package. You could be the star, the writer, like a Carrie Hilson type, you know?
I like behind the scenes a little bit. I do. Like, I've enjoyed doing that too. So, you know, but writing, I started writing poetry first. So I was like a kid and I was writing poetry. And I used to write songs because me and my cousin had a group. So we were actually a 3-part group.
Oh, hold on.
And
say my
but
name,
we were
say
young,
my
like
name.
we were in like 7th grade.
You had to dance that?
No, we mostly made like smooth R&B type music. I don't know what we were singing about because we were not hurt.
Yeah.
But those songs were
It was
like,
puppy loud.
they were coming from a hurt place.
Yeah, I was hurt in 7th grade. Yeah, no. You was hurt. You was hurt.
I don't know. 7th grade hurt is a little different. But
Man,
yeah, so
whenever my girlfriend stopped giving me hugs in the hallway, I was like, so you giving some hugs now? So I don't get no more hugs now.
I'm cracking up.
I was hurt, so I can
You
see.
identify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all was singing.
We was writing. We had some really, really good music and just writing. And then when I got older, like I seen how much I developed a lot better. And then even with these songs, like I surprised myself.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like the normal, because I have some music like from when I was younger that I was like listening to now, and I'm like, I could re-release a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like I could release that stuff because I was like beyond my time.
Yeah.
And then so I don't know. Like
It'd be so crazy because I just not had a situation like that, because, you know, I used to do music a little while back. I still do music. I ain't gonna never say I stopped
I
doing
met
music.
you doing music.
Yeah, like I don't do it as passionately as I did before, but like somebody brought up like some old music that I had, and I'm just like, damn, bro, like, you know, I don't like those songs either. Like, know what I mean? Like you trying to come at my neck, like, bro, like I don't like it, bro. Like, but my new stuff, like the growth, like for me is crazy. You know what I mean? Because I'd be surprised at myself whenever I make new music, and I'm like, damn, like I could have been made this stuff right here. Like I would have never went through the moments as a kid, but now, like, it's dope that you are able to see your growth. Like, it's like the girls with the beads, whenever they be working out, it's like,
At a waist bead.
yeah, you seeing your beads drop every time you drop a new song. He said, it's all real bad.
Yeah, I feel that.
But nah, I don't want to move too much into the music before I go into your designing, because like you said you took a little hiatus on music and you just went straight into school and you just went towards your passion for fashion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was an art school dropout.
I mean, I was, trust me, I was a high school dropout.
It's part of my story. I love it. It builds character.
Oh yeah.
It does.
Look, I'm not going to encourage anybody to drop
Don't
out.
drop out.
But
if you must.
If you must. Just have
Pursue
a
your
backup plan.
dreams.
Yeah, pursue your dreams. Have a plan. Like, I dropped out, and I was just like, the very next day, I was like, let me sign up to get my GED. Let me sign up to do this and that. And I just had to keep on pushing through life, but I just knew that wasn't what I wanted in that moment. Or it's not what I could handle in that moment. You know what I mean? Like, it just wasn't me no more. Because I feel like I'm a creative, and school wasn't creative for me. You know what I mean? So now I'm older. Like, school didn't teach me how to set this up. You know what I mean? I taught myself how to set this up in YouTube University. But
I love YouTube.
yeah, that's YouTube my shit. I be on YouTube like a little kid. Like, people like, how come you text me back? I'm like, I was on YouTube.
I mean, that's how I learned how to sew.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I learned the basics in school, but a lot of like techniques and stuff that I've learned over the years, I would watch YouTube tutorials all day.
Isn't it crazy how you could be like, you could go to school, like school is just for the basic fundamentals. Like everybody who say like, oh yeah, I've been to school for this and that, and whenever you get their product, it's just like you get the basic product. But whenever you get that person who was just like, man, I got it out the mud. Like, I ain't had this and that, so I had to finesse this and make it this way and do that. Whenever they actually learn the programs and learn their craft, like on their own, just like the want to, not having like a professor say you got to be here at this time. Like, those are the most creative people. Like, I like working with those type of people because they just got like, remember how Catch Wreck, you remember Catch Wreck, the music video people? They used to do Reese Youngins. It's a Catch Wreck on in cassette. Oh, well. Shout out Catch Wreck anyway. But some video producers out in Pittsburgh, right?
A couple. Yeah.
And you know what to expect whenever you see certain videos from certain people. Like, it's not gonna be like no bad quality and they're gonna give you certain stuff. But yeah, like it goes back into like your sewing. Like, if you would have went straight through school, you would have probably had like the basic seams, the basic everything. But like with you learning it on your own and seeing what you like and what you don't like, you was able to probably put like a little bit of pizzazz on it. Like, how you feel about it?
I think drive produces my best work. Like the stuff that I learned on my own. Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, I feel like school just kind of gives you the layout. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You're going to have to take it and turn it around and do whatever you're going to do. But that's with anything. Yeah. Even if someone's just teaching you outside of school. Like, even watching the tutorials, I'm still going to do my own thing. You know what I mean? Try to make it my own.
Facts.
But, I think that, as long as you know the ingredients, you sauce it up how you want.
So, have you ever made, like clothes for yourself, like for different events or engagements?
Not that often. Like, I probably only made like 2 birthday outfits for myself. Yeah. And I've worn pieces from shows to events to kind of promote myself, but not really. Yeah. So I enjoy making it for other people.
For other people. All right, so you're a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ish.
Ish. She said ish.
I tried.
Hey, ish means kinda. Sorta. But nah, just so making pieces for other people, like what was your most, like, what made you feel the most accomplished whenever you got done with a piece for somebody?
This year, actually, I did prom. Oh, yeah. And one of my clients, he was big and tall, so he's like, I can't remember if he was 6'3", 6'4". So he was tall, and he's plus size. And I did his tux, and it's not easy to make a tuxedo. Oh, yeah. But I did his tux, and on the very first fitting, he could fit every single piece.
So he didn't have to come back like, oh, man, I need a couple
next
seams.
Time that I needed to see him was to give him his stuff.
That's dope.
Which is, I've never had that. I've done tuxedos for both female and male, and I've always had to have a couple fittings. But it was surprising that, that was my first time doing plus size and tall, and it turned out the way it did. So
yeah, and like how prom is now, I know that he was stepping on something. I mean, like
he was looking fly.
Like prom and how it was whenever we was coming up.
Yeah,
like,
they getting crazy.
Yeah, like everything fitted. Man, these dudes look like they going to the NFL draft. I'm like,
we had the satin on. Everybody wore that silk.
Oh man, I used to hate it.
I'm like, I wish I could go back.
Man, a couple of my friends, they had the little rental shoes. I'm like, bro, please do not put them patent leather joints on. Look like you about to slip and slide all through this fucking prom.
Looking crazy. They pulling up in Range Rovers and Bentleys, and I'm like, sheesh.
I would have never thought. Man, I wouldn't even ask my mom to pull up in no Bentley. But that's where the world is going nowadays, and the kids expect more and they want more, and I can't blame them because I didn't.
You can get it.
Yeah, because like to be honest, I went a couple places whenever I was a kid. Like I maybe went to Jersey or like New York, but that was like with my mom and with my parents, or whatever. Well, not my parents, but my brothers and shit. But whenever I got older and I finally started really traveling on my own, that's what showed me that I could do anything that I really want to do for real. Like I moved down Florida for a little bit. It wasn't even a long time because like it just wasn't me and everything. There was a lot of stuff going on at the time. But whenever I went down there, I'm like, yo, like there's some hustling motherfuckers down here. Like there was like 3 like car shops all on the same block. And I'm like, how the hell is everybody getting money if everybody's doing the same thing? And old head down there, he just told me, he said, they ain't me. They doing the same thing, but they're not me. And I just always went with that, like that little piece of advice. I'm like, because a lot of people do podcasts, a lot of people interview people, but they ain't me. And I know they ain't me. Like I'm very confident in myself, like in what I do. And that's why I approach everything the way that I do, because these niggas ain't me. And
that's with anything though. People always think there's literally enough to go around. Like everybody's like, oh, well, this person does lashes and this person does this and this person already does that. Like there is plenty of clientele. There's plenty of like avenues. Like everybody should just do whatever they do their own way, because you're going to attract a specific client. Yeah. And that's the way we should operate.
Like, I've noticed that people will fall in love with your personality before anything. Like, I know with me, like, whenever I first start listening to podcasts or, like, just interviews in general, T Grizzly was coming out, and he came out with that First Day Out. And I'm like, yo, this song is hard as fuck. But then I heard him in an interview, and he was just saying, like, some real ass shit. Like, he was just, like, you seen him outside of the rapper aspect, and you seen, like, you seen the father, you seen the brother, you seen, like, the son, like, a version of him. You know what I mean? Like, and he was just like, man, all the people that I robbed at Michigan State, like, DM me. Like, I'm going to give you all your money back, and I'll buy you the PlayStations or the Xboxes that I stole off you. I was just like, that's some real nigga shit. So I'm like, let me tap into your music so I could see what you're really talking about. And I became a fan that day, and ever since then, there's been like more Detroit rappers coming up under him. Well, not under him, but he created the wave for him. But ever since that interview, it was just like, yeah, I gotta tap into this dude. And Kevin Gates is another dude who, for as much as he be saying wild shit, like, he be saying some, like, he'll say some real shit, but I feel like he's smart. Like, he know the shock value of putting this mic on. Like, for my interviews, like, sitting down one-on-ones, like, I'm not looking for too much shock value. I'm just having, like, a personal interview with you. But on my other podcast, with, like, a couple of my friends, it's shock value. I'm going to say some shit that's going to make you be like, what the fuck? Why would you say that? But that's only because you got to catch it. Like, that's just a part of the media game. But, like, even, like, sitting down with you, like, and this is why I created this this place and this platform, because I know that you're a great singer. Like, you're excellent. But I want people to know, like, you, like, out, like, the mother, you know what I mean? Like, the daughter, you know what I mean? Like, the person on the inside, because they might fall in love with that person and then listen to the music and be like, oh, damn, like, this is somebody I need to be following. Right. And, all right. And I don't want to, like, go too deep into, like, the designing portion of it, because I brought you on here to speak about these vocals. Like, these vocals is crazy.
Okay.
So out of the 3 songs that you sent me, like, what's your favorite one? Like, which one would you send Diddy if he was like, yo, I need a singer, and this is your only audition, you got one song?
Oh, Tough one. I mean,
Diddy, I got one for you.
if I'm judging by like response that I've received, 4 a.m. would probably
4 a.m.
be.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love 4 a.m. Like that's.
Okay.
I was telling you before. I'm like, yo, this is my favorite song for real.
Yeah, that was my favorite prior to some of the new stuff I've been working on.
So, oh man, I told myself I wasn't going to do nothing for shock value, but what's the 4 a.m. like? Cause like I made a song called 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And like we got like similar writing styles. Like it's a story, you know what I mean? And I tell the story from like my point of view, from like what 3 a.m. is for me after the club. What's 4 a.m. for the queen?
At the time that I wrote that
Yes.
song, 'cause it's not the same thing now. 4 a.m. I be asleep. Okay. That was just like, you know, calling somebody you shouldn't be calling.
Oh yeah, get toxic.
Because you had a couple drinks and now you want to see somebody. Now you back where you shouldn't have been.
Yeah. Should never be there ever again.
It was one of those like toxic situations.
So that song right there, there's some truth. There's some truth to it. That guy's gonna listen to this and be like, "So you was on some toxic shit whenever you was calling me at this time."
No,
he wanted them calls.
I don't think so.
He didn't want them.
I don't think he don't even know who I'm talking about.
Hey, well look, if she was calling you around 4 a.m., you done. It's like, no, I'm just playing. But nah. So like 4 a.m. that's leaving like the after hours plus the after hours in Pittsburgh. Like you got to go out twice. You got to go out twice to come home at 4 a.m. So I know you probably lit.
You know. Well, yeah, I guess so. I really don't do after hours though. That was just like I already went home.
Yeah.
And then
You was just in your feels about it.
yeah, so made that little 4 a.m. drive.
Yeah. Oh man, she said, when I pull up with that, trying to get back to that, ooh. But nah, sometimes you be needing them drive. Yeah. She said, I've grown a lot. But nah, like, so that's where your pen come from. Like your pen is like from actual experiences. A lot of people write from like fake places, so they don't know how to really get deep whenever they writing out this storyline because you've never been there before.
Mm-hmm. Well, see the thing, I don't know how, but I've always been very, I'm like a visual person, but like I do well with my imagination, right? So with me being a writer, because I actually used to write like movie scripts and stuff like that, like novels. Like I was trying to like really be a writer.
Yeah, a writer.
And so I'm really good at creating my own experience, right? Mm-hmm. And I could kind of be who I want to be. I can be what I want to be. I can experience what I want to experience through my music and my writing. So even if that hadn't been a particular scenario, right? Mm-hmm. It's something I've known. Like I've known people to go through. I've known people to deal with. So I was able to write that even if it wasn't from my perspective.
Yeah.
So
I know your girlfriend was probably like, girl, like this.
Told my story.
If I do this one more time, I swear to God.
This is the last time.
This nigga's not
I
going to
said
have a
I
hold
wasn't
on
going
me.
to call you back. And now I'm here with my face in your mattress.
So look.
Yeah.
Y'all put y'all face in y'all mattress for just a little bit because I got to go and get my sponsorship. You know what I mean? We got to get this podcast paid for. You feel me? But we can be right back. But I could, like, those, like, but those songs, whenever they're, like, really personal, though, like, I feel like those are the best songs whenever it comes to just, like, getting, like, that raw emotion. And you can't re-record those type of songs. Like, whenever you put it down.
That's what it is.
Like, that's what it is. Like, you can't go back in, like, oh, let me tweak it real quick. Like, do your heart hurt the same? Because if it don't, then it ain't gonna sound right.
You gotta just let it be raw. And even like my producer, he will tell me like the parts that I hate the most when I'm recording. He's like, no, we're gonna keep that. Yeah, you'll find out later.
Yeah, facts.
And then I always love it when it's done.
Yeah,
because it came from it was very organic, and he knows how to, keep it that way. So, because I'm a Virgo, so I'm like, it has to be this way, it has to be that way. But he's like, really, just let me
live.
I got it,
man. I was high as all fuck out Colorado, and we was at the studio. I'm recording. I'm fucking all the way up. Like, I'm all the way messing up. Like, I ain't know what I was doing. And by the time we got it back, the engineer, he done tweaked so much stuff, moved stuff, and shifted it. And I was like, oh, damn, it's a nice ass song. I'm like,
it turned out right.
Yeah. I was like,
that's the magic of like what goes into correcting and all that stuff. So
you can never downplay the importance of like an engineer or a producer, because just as much as you feel like you put your 10,000 hours into your craft,
they're really skilled.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Shout out to all the engineers.
Not all of them. Just some of them.
The good ones.
Yeah, the good ones. Like, if you ain't doing your thing,
all right,
go back to the lab. But nah, so I want to go off of 4 a.m. And I want to go to spend a night. Because if you coming over to somebody's house at 4 a.m., you better be spending the night. If you ain't bringing that bag.
All right, so.
Don't be kicking nobody out at 7 o'clock in the morning after you get what you got.
Well, the funny part about that is that I wrote 4 a.m. first.
Yeah.
But if you play them from Spend the Night first and then 4 a.m., they sound like they came in opposite order.
Yeah.
Spend the Night seems like it was written first, because that's the whole, I'm waiting for you to tell me to come over vibe, right? I know I'm not supposed to, but I do anyway. And then 4 a.m. is like the regret of Spend the Night.
Yeah.
So it's like,
But did you really regret it? If you got what you wanted, it's just an empty feeling afterwards.
I mean, it's just like,
what am I doing?
Yeah. It's like, all right.
I had that moment before.
I'm just like, I'm all about intention now.
Yeah.
You gotta be more intentional. So.
Last thing you want to do is be laying there empty, facing somebody's mattress. You don't want you facing somebody's mattress just feeling empty. Like, damn, I hurt. But nah, like, you start rapping. Like, let's go back, because you said that they was forcing you to rap.
They did
back
want me
then.
to rap. He had a name for me and everything.
You know you got to get a name up.
Lady Lay.
Lady Lay?
Lady Lay.
Lady Lay. Mm-hmm. Hey, Cuzzo. Yana. You be making better decisions over here, man. She done went over to death row. She had to change the name up.
Like, yeah, but that was it.
So,
yeah.
Like, who inspires you to rap? Well, not to rap. You know who inspired you to rap. Them crazy cousins that trying to get you all over the tracks. But, nah. Who inspired you to be like the singer that you are today?
All types of people. But
could I guess one person?
You can.
I just know. SZA. She doesn't not inspired you to sing, but does she inspire some of your?
She's somebody that I channel.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Bet.
Yeah. I like her sound. It's unique. It fits her. Like, you're gonna know it's her.
Yeah.
When she's singing. But honestly, like, inspiration as far as like music, I just like music.
Yeah.
I won't say that I'm pulling from anyone, but because honestly, what I listen to is oldies.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of.
But that's the best stuff to pull stuff from.
Stevie Wonder is my favorite, but that's why there's a lot of versatility though in my music.
Yeah.
No two songs sound the same. So.
Man, as I'm listening to it, I'm like, I hear this song, like not that song, but I hear this melody. Mm-hmm. And what people don't know, like there's $1 million melodies out here that if you catch it the right way, it could go. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people try to get these old songs, they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna sample it and then I'm gonna do this and that. And it's like, it don't fit because you're not the talent to even be on that song. Like, You can't have no scrub motherfucker like taking no Whitney Houston song and like trying to remake it.
Yeah, don't play with Whitney.
Yeah, like
don't play
with
her,
yourself.
Okay.
Facts.
Tread lightly.
Yeah.
Seriously.
But no, like, but your music, I don't feel that way. I feel like she tried it and she nailed it. Like, and that's because on that Spin the Night, you went into like 2 or 3 different pockets where I'm just like, she tried that melody, she killed it. The beat's the same tempo, and she tried a different thing, and she killed that too, all in the same song. And then once you start rapping, I'm like, there got to be somebody writing at least the rap portion for her, but no, like she crazy with that pen.
Thank you. I'm flattered. I'm honored.
So what was your first book that you wrote? Because not a book, but I know you wrote like a piece that you're just like, yo, I was proud of that piece. Like, I really put that together.
I was, and the title was The Haunted Mansion. And then Disney came out with The Haunted Mansion.
We need at least 3%. We need at least 3%.
It was nothing like that, man.
It was
nothing like it. It was, I don't even know. I was just, young, trying to write. My mom got me a typewriter because I begged for a typewriter.
I like the
whole but I like the whole aesthetic, like the whole clicky sounds. And like I don't know, it just gave me like I felt like I was Stephen King.
Yeah.
So I was up all night clicking through all hours of the night. What
I used to do, I used to take the little thing, pull it down, grab it back, and let the typewriter slide again. Yeah.
I would let it do it. It wouldn't do it automatic too, so I didn't have to push all the keys.
Yeah.
But
man, the typewriter.
My mom used to just. I used to have all these things, and my mom would just. I'll be like, Mom, I want to play the keyboard, and she would go get me a keyboard.
Then it's
I want to type stories, and she would go get me a typewriter.
So you had a real supportive mom.
Yeah, I wanted to tap dance too.
Oh.
And yes, she bought me tap shoes, and I was tapping all over her wood floors.
I thought you couldn't dance.
I can't.
You was happy feet. You was
tapping away, and she was supporting it.
Hey, that's a good mom right there. See, my mom supported me enough to tell me no.
Well, that's support.
That is support.
She believed that you had a different route.
They used to call me Preacher Man.
You were supposed to be a preacher.
Oh my God. Rest in peace, Miss Badger. We would go to church, and like I used to be all like dapper, you know what I mean? I got my little tie on, my little Sunday's best, and Miss Badger used to be like, "They go Preacher Man right there. You can be a preacher one day." My mom used to be like, "Hey, Preacher Man." I'm like, "Hey, Mom, don't call me Preacher Man because I can't see myself like standing in front of no church." But years later down the line, she might have just been telling me like, "You need to be on this mic talking," and like, you know what I mean? Because I do get the gift of gab, you know what I mean? I know how to talk to people. I know how to hold conversation and all that stuff. But yeah, that was just like, it was super wild because like, you know, older people will speak stuff onto your life.
Don't prophesy over your life now.
Yeah.
I've had some. I think there's a lot of truth to them though.
Yeah, there is a lot of truth to them. And a lot of times it be the people that a lot of people will like shun. Like, don't be really listening
to them.
They
think they're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You think I'm crazy? I ain't crazy. No, for real though. But she was definitely somebody who always like believed that I would be like someone speaking or anything. And then like as I got older, I started being in school and I started like taking gifted classes and stuff. And like we would have like regular English class and in our core studies, but like whenever I went to my gifted classes, we would do like above and beyond. Like, no, like you got to really structure your writing. You got to really structure your poems. This is how you write like different type of poetry as far as like the stanzas and how you could go A, B, A, B, A, B, or A, B, 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 A, B, C. You know what I mean? Like you could do a lot of stuff like that. So whenever I listen to your music or other people's music, I'm always listening for the rhyme scheme. I'm listening for the you know what I mean, like just like the complicated stuff. Anybody could rhyme the same word over and over and over and over. I want to see if you could do like A, B, C, then
Z.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like
I will make any word rhyme. I'll purposely try to find something that doesn't sound anything like it, and I will make it sound like it.
All right. We could do orange. That's a word that nobody...
Orange? That is a hard one.
I don't think nothing rhymes with orange.
Nothing rhymes
I
with
think
orange?
that's... I mean, you could say, I guess, torn, worn, but it's really not rhyming with it. It's just like, if you got a little slang, you could be like, catch me round in I foreign.
Yeah.
It's black and orange. You know, the bit torn.
Yeah, the people from down south do that a lot.
Oh, man.
They gonna do that.
Man, they gonna do that. If they don't do nothing, they gonna do that.
They gonna make some words rhyme for real.
Man, I be listening to Kodak. Like, I don't know none of Kodak's words, but I know all the Kodak songs. I be singing them word for word, but I don't know none of the words. I just be like, ooh, and baby, bootin', in there. I be in the bar getting crazy.
I'm cracking up. No.
But nah, like, I just rock with, like, different penmanship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, I be keeping my vocabulary up. Like, y'all ain't gonna
I
catch
know
me.
that's right.
Y'all ain't gonna catch me slipping. You know, people on Facebook try to catch you slipping. Like,
They will.
you be having a whole like bold statement, and they be like,
That would be me. I will pick out one word because, yes, I'm the grammar police.
"Oh man!" So you'll take a bold statement, and you'll be like,
Your.
"Yeah, it's
Wrong
your,
word.
yeah, it's your, not your."
Yeah, I've done that in a couple arguments.
Oh yeah, that pissed people off.
I know.
That pissed me off before. Like, you didn't do it to me, but it's been done, and I'm just like, so you didn't think about all the other stuff I said. You just had to bring out this one area in my life. It's all good. God gonna see you. God gonna see you on the other side.
That's no different than when we send paragraphs and y'all be like, okay.
Oh my goodness.
So
Look,
that's the same.
I can't read paragraphs.
Well, that's the same.
Like, I could read, but it's like, I'm going to respond the same way you just now said. I'm going to pick out what I want to respond to, and I'm going to be like, well, you might have like 10 things, and I'm just like, well, I did come home at a good time. It's like, nigga, I said you ain't come home one time, you ain't do this, you ain't do that, and you did this. I'm like, oh, no, I ain't responding to all that. Like, we could talk about that face to face.
Well, I have trouble understanding typos. So I'm going to correct it. You
Oh,
know.
man.
So resubmit that whole argument with the corrections.
Yeah, I just be like, okay,
See?
I'll talk to you later. But nah, I want to, somebody's about to slide. But before we go, I got to tap into your Mount Rushmore of singers, because I asked all the rappers, I'm like, who do you think is the best 4 rappers of all time? But for you, I got to see who you feel like the best R&B artist is of all time.
Of all time.
All time, dead or alive.
Dead or alive. Whitney.
Whitney?
Yeah.
Is this in order?
Whitney is number 1.
Number 1.
Vocally, nobody could touch her.
Yeah.
In her prime.
And Waiting to Excel was
Nobody
super
could
dope.
touch her vocally. And everyone people that really, really sing, like the Fantasias and Jennifer Hudson's, like,
I'm glad you said
know
Fantasia.
for a fact that Whitney
Yeah.
influenced them. But Whitney, I have to say Fantasia. I have to say...
Could we stop right there? A lot of people don't say
They be
Fantasia.
sleeping on my sis.
Like, if you don't,
They be sleeping on
if
her.
you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
Listen,
If you don't
but
want me,
no,
don't talk to me.
when she really, really sings, her voice is just so powerful. Like,
I wish American Idol would have kept her in the gospel lane, because I feel like she has the strongest. Like, I love the songs that
same
she came
thing
out with.
Whitney, though.
Yeah,
Because I really feel like she was meant to sing gospel.
man. Like,
She made everything sound like gospel.
facts.
Yeah, so
Man, I could sing at least 4 or 5 Fantasia songs from the ad libs and everything. And that's only because, like, whenever I heard her singing on American Idol, I was like, yo, she's gonna blow this dude out the water, because, like, she don't need that mic. Like, her voice could touch the rafters without even using the whole sound system and everything. Like, but she's underrated. And the fact that you said her, it lets me know where you at on the artist tip. And I mean, you gonna be my favorite forever for saying Fantasia.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah, she definitely. That's lions and tigers and bears. Oh no, oh no, but I'm scared.
She's fire. Dang,
Yeah.
I'm at only 4.
You leaving out some goats, and I ain't going.
I ain't leaving them out.
There's a lady who makes sweet potato pies now.
Yeah, I mean, Stevie Wonder.
Isn't she lovely?
He's one of the best male singers.
He wrote that song about a woman that he couldn't see. That's crazy.
But he could, I'm sure. Like his own.
Yeah, like he's seen her how he's seen beauty. But like I was doing some not research on that song, but I just seen like some fun facts about it, and they was just like, no, like he sang that about a person. I was like, oh,
wasn't
damn.
it about his daughter? Actually,
Yeah.
Isn't she lovely? Made from love.
Oh yeah, but I mean, he never seen.
He says
This is not me
he
being
says
funny.
her name in there.
Yeah, but this is not me being funny. He never seen his daughter. I'm not being funny. He never seen her, but he knew what beauty was because I guess beauty is love. He loved his daughter. I'm not being funny, so I don't care. I'm not taking nothing back. I'm not being funny, so.
Right.
All right, so we got Whitney, Fantasia, Jasmine Sullivan, and Stevie Wonder.
That's not it though. So
Yeah,
I don't
there's a
know.
bunch.
There's a bunch.
Yeah.
I listen to Brian McKnight.
Oh yeah,
I love him.
yeah. I done heard Brian McKnight played out of my mom's room a couple times. I don't like him.
You don't like him?
I like him. I just don't like him being played out of my mom's room whenever I was a kid.
Let her live.
Nah, mama.
He was singing love songs.
Yeah. There was a lot of love being made, but
There's a lot of great new artists too
Yeah.
that are like really, really good.
all right. So out of the new artists right now, if you had like a genie and we could make this wish happen, what feature would you get?
Her.
Her.
I like her.
So why? I like her too.
I just feel like we'd be able to collab like perfectly.
Yeah.
Like the writing styles,
Yeah. And I came up with this question whenever I was walking around my house. I'm like, man, how could I reverse the questions for like a singer? Like, because like for the rappers, I'm like, what dude would you want to have like a feature with? And they'd tell me some dude. And it's like, it's normal for two dudes to be on a song together rapping. But whenever it's two women, it's like, it give me that Monica and Brandy feel. So you feel like y'all would have like a...
that classic.
Yeah.
I think a different way though.
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna be messing with the same dude.
That's them.
Yeah.
Like,
The
nobody's touching the boy is mine.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna go down.
What you do, the things you do, keep on acting like a fool.
And they got two totally different sounds.
Yeah.
So that really worked.
Me and my
Oh
brother.
wait, hold on. I'm so sorry because
Uh-oh.
Brandy, I ain't forget
It's
about
given.
her. That she's on my Mount Rushmore.
So you,
I'm gonna have somebody gotta go.
somebody,
Brian, you gotta go.
Brian.
Brandy gotta stay.
Hey, I feel it because I had my little moments whenever I was just like, man, why is Brandy doing so much like that? Man, she doing too much. And I was like, no, she really a goat.
She really is. Like,
I think Ray J kind of,
no.
like he kind of like tears it down. Like, cause I'd be like, nah, Brandy's a goat. And then Ray J come out, he do some funny shit. And I'm like, bro, you messing up your sister's whole platform right now. But nah, Brandy's definitely a goat. Me and my brother, we used to go back and forth, and Brandy was my favorite, and Monica was his favorite. But as we got older, like my mom started playing that one, what's that Monica album that was, I think was produced by Missy Elliott.
Oh, was it so gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but you about to tap in before we leave about it. You know that song?
So gone?
I mean, like, you know it enough to like.
Yeah, who don't know that song?
I mean, but like, is you going?
Do you remember when people was doing the So Gone challenge? Do you
Oh
remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
I did one. I was rapping.
Oh, for real? Oh, you put that pen to the pad again?
And that was fun. They need to do more challenges like that.
You gonna have to start a challenge.
What?
I don't know. Let's start one right now.
What challenge?
I don't know. You start singing "So Gone" like so good. I want to like you could probably sing it right here on camera, and we could make it content. It could be the "So Gone" challenge.
already did that.
What other song you feel? If you want to, you don't got to.
I don't sing it.
If you sing, I'll sing.
You go first then.
I gotta go first. That sounds like a finesse to me.
It do.
Like I told y'all, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the
You
street.
gotta do that. You gotta do the superstar challenge.
Oh, that Usher, and I'll be your superstar. I can't. I ain't got the falsetto like him. Usher.
He's a beast.
Yeah. Damn, you ain't say Mike. You ain't say Usher.
You gave me 4 slots.
Yeah,
There was too many people.
Yeah, it's way too many people. I'm sorry.
Mike would be more with the dancing.
So.
You said my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Like those are.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think Mike touched Whitney and them like that because he was an entertainer, but
performer.
He definitely. Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
He got it.
Chris Brown too.
All right. So we got your Her feature. You told us what type of song y'all gonna do and everything, but this ain't about her.
You're right.
This is about her on the other side of me. And you got a song that you're doing a video to.
Yes.
Could we get like an exclusive drop?
Sure.
All right. How much you want to play? You want to give them a sample, or do you want to play the whole thing?
I guess like a little something.
Give them a little something, something. Ain't gonna give you too much.
Little something.
So, you want to introduce the song for me?
Yes, this song is my baby. Okay, it's called Exhibition.
Yeah, moving a little bit.
It's called Exhibition.
Yep.
And it is my ode to black men.
Ooh.
So all my black kings out there, this is for y'all.
Here it goes.
Just the black kings.
Yeah, not them peasants. I'm moving around like no pawn trying to. I'm a king. Nigga, use a rook. But be about to play the song right now. Intros to your songs is always so. It catch you and you be like, oh man, I just want to rock. It's like a little lullaby.
You are my masterpiece. You give me a sense of security. The way that you hold me puts me so at ease. You always exhibit such certainty. I know that you're sure of me, and I love it when you wrap me so deep in your artistry. Your love encompassing me. Color my thoughts, you're like therapy. I'm giving you all of me.
This is my favorite. 4/4 album. Because this is the song I heard first, and I was just like, really painted a masterpiece. Like, so much metaphors and stuff, like great writer, great singer, great everything. Like you're a great person too. Like now we having this little sit down, like you're a great conversation and everything.
Thank you. So
You're like a painting on a canvas. How the sun kisses the hues of your skin. Captivating with the stroke of your love. A master's work of art in every essence. I have to take the time to appreciate how our creator
Bringing love back with this one.
simply took his
I'm gonna be real,
time
because
they need to be walking down the aisle to
and one thing that's better love
The
is
first
that he
dance.
loved
don't let me
you
get married.
enough
I'm gonna be right down
that
there.
he thought to make me just for you.
I told myself, if I don't cry, I'm saying no. Like, my My baby girl gotta make me cry. Whoever she is, whenever that time comes.
Send her to me to get her dress made.
Huh. Oh yeah, facts.
You'll cry.
Hope I'm crying for good reason. Whenever I get married, I don't want her to have to go through you for a dress. I want her to have to go through you to get her songs put together for how she's getting married, because I feel like making dresses and like your designer, that's a gift God gave to you, like for that time period. I feel like I want to see you go like super, super hard with the music, because I know I can't be the only one that got this much faith in you. Like, and I think now, like after this interview or after you drop your video and get the whole visual, I feel like a lot more people is gonna be reaching out, tapping in, trying to, get them hooks and them little verses that your cousin was trying to steal off you back in the day. But that comes with the territory, because not a lot of people in this city could sing, and from my experience, like they don't be allowed to sing. Like, I guess like their boyfriends are like, they just let like personal life situations come in between like their art and their craft. And there's a lot of beautiful voices in Pittsburgh, but we never get to hear them, because like you'll be like, oh yeah, could you come through, do this little track? Oh, my boyfriend said that I can't go this time, or I don't got a babysitter, or it's just a whole lot of obstacles in their way. But I feel like if you give yourself like 6 months to a year, like with no obstacles or like a small amount of obstacles, I feel like you could be the next one to really blow out here. And I'm like super happy that you was like excited to get on the podcast with me, because I was like, I don't know if she really want to for real, but whenever we message each other back and forth, I was like, I bet I finally got this little interview. Well, not the little interview, the big interview.
Big interview.
big interview. But nah, whenever I got it, I was just like, yeah, like I got like a singer, because I always get rappers. Like rappers is, everybody rap. But to have a singer that's confident enough to put her name out there, her face out there, and her vocals out there like you is a big thing, because a lot of people's not believing in, what I mean? Like they just don't believe in themselves the way they should.
Okay.
But before we leave, I want you to give like our viewers, like anybody younger who's aspiring to not only be a singer, but just aspiring to like follow a dream outside of the basic 9 to 5 or the basic schooling, because obviously, we ain't really. I mean, we doing pretty good. We ain't finished how we supposed to.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, facts. But nah, just give like a little word of advice to the younger viewers and some of the older ones who ain't got their shit together yet.
Never stop learning. You're always going to be a student. Like always be open to hearing ideas, always be open to learning new ways and new techniques and things like that. Don't be stuck in your ways for the older ones. Do not be stuck in your ways. Like anybody is capable of teaching you something. There's a lot to learn. And stay focused. Be driven. Find something that you love to do that doesn't feel like work, because then you'll enjoy it more. It'll be more fulfilling.
Yeah.
So definitely tap into what you really enjoy doing, and then just try to make it work.
Yeah. Look, y'all, this ain't work for me. Like this is like the funnest. Like this is like the highlight of my day. Whenever I got an interview, I'm like, let's get it. Let's go down there. Let's set up these lights and everything, because this is what I love to do, and I mean, like, this is what I'm passionate about. I'm glad you was able to speak to the youth and the older people about, like, I mean, what it takes to get to your level. Yeah, put your 10,000 hours in so you can perfect your craft. But let people know where they can find you at on all your social medias.
Okay, you can follow me on Instagram. My personal page is at purpose_by_design. You can follow my fashion page on IG. That's AI.LAMOUR. That's A Lamore. I just got back active on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to use it anymore. I used to be so active on there, but that's Songs in Lay Minor. That's SONGZ in Lay Minor. So follow me on there. And I be on TikTok, but y'all don't gotta follow that.
You TikTok dancing?
No, I want to start though because the dances look so fun.
Like I told y'all before, my mom told me I can't dance and I can't sing.
Those TikTok dances that they make you feel like you know, getting choreographed by the best.
Yeah, my nieces had me like I was on some boot, 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 boot. Hey, get it, hey. I was getting sturdy as fuck. We was getting big sturdy.
I knew no, sir.
But nah, it was a pleasure having you.
Thanks for having me. I
And
appreciate it.
Oh my goodness, had a brain for it. But anyway, it was a pleasure having you. And anytime in the future, whenever you about to drop something else, or you just got to get something off your chest, or you just anything, you can come back, and you more than welcome to like meet me at the table again.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Next time, maybe the video will be out, and then you know.
Oh no, the video going to be out.
It's this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my birthday gift.
It's
to
your
myself.
birthday.
Yeah.
It's your birthday. When I die, bury me inside a Louis Star. It's like, nah, but we out, y'all. It's Harden's 1v1s. I'm having the hottest interviews with some of the craziest people in the city. And make sure y'all tap in.
I know that you've been going through some things, and I know that you